But I like what Courtney had to say to us today. She goes, I know the deficiencies, and I now know how to fix them, and credit to her for that tough non-conference schedule.
And we are underway. Probably don't have to tell you that Duke is wearing the blue uniforms. Carolina in their home whites. Kennedy Brown, so important to this team. A lot of the offense runs through the Oregon State transfer, and there is a quick turnover for the Blue Devils. North Carolina, their starting five. Good to see Alyssa Usby out there. Did not do much in shoot-around today. She was a little bit under the weather, non-COVID illness. She had to get a couple of bags of fluid, but you know, she's a tough kid. She's playing.
As I said earlier, the legend of Usby continues to grow. It just shows you how tough and resilient this young lady is.
Coming off 18 rebounds in the win here against NC State over the weekend, and there's a foul. Joe Basile, Tiara Cruz, and John Capolino, our officials tonight. That one called on Reagan Richardson, a Georgia transfer. There are 11 transfers in all on this Duke team.
Well, Pam, you and I had this Duke team in November, and it is a very different-looking Duke team now. At that time, the bench was as balanced and giving as many points per game as the starters. Now, Carol Lawson relying on the starters for point production, but goes very deep into this bench.
Todd Williams, an 81% free throw shooter, nails them both. The Duke starting lineup, we've been used to seeing pretty much the entire season. Cheyenne Day-Wilson, a sophomore from Toronto, a key component as their point guard. Elizabeth Balagoon with the ball, puts it up, has it cupped out. Great effort. Celeste Taylor couldn't save it, but Taylor's numbers in the conference way up from what she did in non-conference play. Making better decisions on the floor, getting comfortable in this new system.
And Carol Lawson said Celeste Taylor has put the work in. She's been working on her outside shot at game speed, and it is showing off in ACC play.
Balagoon just blocked Usby's shot. There's Celeste Taylor. Transfer from Texas. That one's well off the mark. Rebound by Balagoon, who is their best rebounder. On a team that doesn't have eye-popping rebounding numbers. Now her team setting up in the half court. Brown, good look. That's well short. And the fans of Carmichael let her know.
Rebounding has not been a strength of North Carolina's to this point in the season. So key for them to keep the Blue Devils off the glass.
In fact, they out-rebounded NC State on Sunday. First time they have done this year in the conference. Deja Kelly challenging inside. And there's Usby. Duke 0 for 4 from the floor so far. Taylor dribbled right into trouble. And the tie-up gives the ball to the Tar Heels. And then some extras. Taylor and Todd Williams each hit with an intentional foul. Duke still looking for its first points of the game.
And this is what I was talking about with the decision-making for Deja Kell. You saw them doubling the ball. They've got to be able to avoid the sidelines and avoid picking up the dribble.
Taylor and Balagoon just hounding Hodgson. And then a foul with 14 seconds left on the shot clock as they get Taylor. Taylor, remember, she just picked up that intentional foul, so that's her second foul. Picked up 2 in a hurry. Deja Kelly back rims it. Rebound coming down to Brown. Kennedy Brown. And so for Duke, Jordan Oliver, number 11, the Baylor transfer, has checked in. There she is. Came in for Taylor, who is out with the 2 fouls. As they're kind of doing to Duke what Duke is used to doing to others. Ashlyn Jackson, number 3, the freshman in the game for Duke, in the backcourt. Great defense to take it away. And now Carolina looking to run.
So they've got the depth. Obviously, you don't want to give free points to North Carolina on the free throw line. But I do believe Celeste Taylor going to the bench is a big blow for the Blue Devils because she's the engine for this program.
Dave Wilson goes out to Jesus, comes in, and a nice play for Anya Poole on Duke.
Well, Pam, when North Carolina can get points for Anya Poole, it is icing on the cake for the Tar Heels.
Foul on Kennedy Brown. Blue Devils in the paint to Jesus, to Jackson. Fouled. Offensive. 5 turnovers, pardon me, for Duke, and no points. Nice. Usby finding Poole.
And you're seeing this amoeba defense that UNC's been running a lot in their last 3 games. Courtney Banghart just grinned today when I brought it up.
And Duke cannot figure it out. It just kind of moves.
You're the word person, Pam. I'm going to defer to you on that one.
Banghart, neuroscience degree from Dartmouth, so I'm sure she could explain it to all of us. Leading scorer on this team, averaging 16 per game, and she gets to the line a lot. Has taken more than twice as many free throws as Kennedy. Carolina's lighting it up with just 10 points, but Duke's being shut out until right now. There's Kelly. Maybe not the best decision in the world as she went into a lot of Duke shirts in the paint.
Well, you've seen turnovers for both teams where they're just not strong with the ball. You're going near defender and you don't have 2 hands on it. You're not strong with it. Rivalry game. Every possession matters. You've got to take care of the ball.
Heidi got it blocked away by Usby. DeJesus with the much-needed 3. And that foul is on Ashlyn Jackson. The charge for Duke, her second. Kelly with the bucket. Pam Ward along with Christy Thomas-Scuddy at a very loud Carmichael Arena. First of 2 regular season matchups between these 2 rivals. Duke unbeaten in the ACC so far. Balagoon with her first points of the night. Her second year at Duke after starting at Georgia Tech, going to Louisville. She's doing the ACC tour. But she's out of eligibility, so stopping now. Todd Williams, good look at the 3, but just a little bit too strong. Usby gets tied up. Ray Wilson looking, finding Balagoon.
Well, it's this amoeba defense again that's continuing to give Duke problems. That time they didn't know where to go to get open.
Anya Poole coming up with another rebound for North Carolina. Todd Williams very quick to the basket. Balagoon. But Todd Williams back at the free throw line. Carolina 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Duke is yet to take a foul shot.
How much will they continue to try to get to the rim knowing that they've been stopped 3 times with those charges?
Junior from Jacksonville, North Carolina, who said that she knew since 6th grade she was going to be a Tar Heel.
Numerous times this season, Courtney Banghart has shown her faith in Usby, just going with her with the 2000 first half.
National Coach of the Year in 2015. Great things in 12 years at Princeton.
She's just tremendous role model for our game.
That was Duke's first trip to the free throw line. Harris gets over Usby, has to be careful. How about that with her left hand? Driving into the lane, even with 2 fouls, and finished. Jordan Oliver inside now to Brown, guarded by Poole. Brown, nice dish over to Balagoon. One of 2 Oregon State transfers on this team. And that was another travel.
Carol Lawson said about Brown, she said she's the first true rim protector that I've had here. She goes, it just lets us do so many different things defensively.
Scoring is down, but this is a totally different Duke team.
She had to come down, break presses, didn't get the ball back last year. Now she can come down and find her open teammates for easier looks. Duke's straight line drives away, and then she's done a good job on the glass as well.
Yeah, leading everybody with 5 rebounds. M.A. Vopel wrote a great column that you told me about that's on ESPN.com. Take a look at that about all the great basketball in the triangle this year. Day Wilson, there you go. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game. Shot clock winding down. Kelly goes up and under. Can draw even. And they have done this with Celeste Taylor only playing 3 minutes because she picked up 2 fouls.
And we talked about the depth of this Blue Devil team, how many different players that Kara Lawson will play. For me, the bottom line right now for Duke, take care of the basketball, and this is a very different ball game.
Yes, both teams have had trouble with turnovers. Oliver gives them a second chance. Celeste Taylor, their leading scorer at 13 points per game, just took 1 shot before she left the game. Dave Wilson gets a friendly roll, and we are tied. North Carolina has gone almost 5 minutes without scoring, during which time they've had 4 turnovers.
I'm not saying Usby needs to shoot the ball here, but I want to see her get involved, either 2-man action or whatnot, and let her be a playmaker for this offense.
And Kelly continuing to shoot, hits that time. Deja's got 6. Carolina up 2 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Day Wilson just decided to take it herself and hit it. I thought she blew a kiss like right in front of the North Carolina bench.
You just feel like it's always a matter of time before Day Wilson just gets going offensively. You got to feel like Celeste Taylor's on the bench. All right, it's my team now offensively, and she's just looked over to Kara Lawson saying, hey, I need a blow, coach.
She has scored the last 8 points for Duke. Kelly. How did that go in?
Come on, Pam, that's how you shoot it. You got the touch.
Yeah. A lot of iron. DeJesus, this is a really solid player. Usby knocked out of her hands by DeJesus, regathered, and then is called for a travel. Yeah, Corsdale was in on it too, so 3 of the 5 players for Duke helped stop Usby. Richardson misses. Todd Williams, pull up. North Carolina now shooting 28% from the floor. Duke not better at 32%. Kelly with time running out. And they did this with Celeste Taylor playing fewer than 3 minutes. Their leading scorer picked up a couple of fouls in the first 3 minutes of the ball game. Did not come back onto the floor. She is starting the second half.
Well, I think if you're a Duke fan, you've got to be ecstatic right now. Tie game, Celeste Taylor does not hardly play and really has no impact in the first half. Now for UNC, this is what I wanted to see. Usby getting early touch.
Alyssa Usby had a couple of baskets in the first half.
And after the basket, we see that amoeba defense by UNC that's really done a good job against Duke in the half court.
Two of the best defenses in the ACC during conference play. Balagoon got it blocked from behind by Usby. And now she brings the ball up the floor. Brown didn't challenge her in time.
And that's what I'm sure both coaches want from an offensive perspective. Get a stop, rely on our strength, which is defense. Then let's get a good look quickly in transition without the opponent's defense getting set.
Andy Brown did not score in the first half. Funked that one off the backboard, but a second chance thanks to Richardson's rebound. Dave Wilson. Wow, she is so much fun to watch. Averaging double figures, their best three-point shooter, graduated from William & Mary in only 3 years. And now is in the NBA program. They did not get it off in time.
And the other thing we're seeing from a defense perspective, both these teams are so well scouted. a team's making a play call, the opponents are echoing it. They know what's happening, so they're taking away first and second options. The key now in conference play, can you execute and get that third or fourth option to go? And Reagan Richardson says, yes, I can.
Reagan Richardson, just her 5th three of the year, was only shooting 17% from distance before that went in. And a backcourt violation. Duke doing a good job of hanging on to the ball since the first quarter. Taylor is yet to score. Balagoon, little ball fake, got pulled. Duke with its biggest lead of the night. Next to this 7-0 run. Balagoon, good defense on Usby, but she still got it up.
Sometimes there's good defense, but just better playmakers, and that's what Alyssa Usby did in that execution of that sideline out of bounds play.
Tay Wilson feeling it, but that one was wide left. Todd Williams, speaking of needing to get going, 0 for 6 from the floor in the first half. So she goes coast to coast.
Pam, I got to tell you, I've been in Tennessee, I've been at South Carolina this season. This is the loudest arena that I have been in to this point in the season. To the point, I'm having a hard time hearing myself think.
Yes.
Tremendous applause, tremendous educated fans here this evening. It's been a blast to be a part of this so far.
One of the great rivalries in all of sports. Shot clock winding down. Todd Williams elevates. Got it! The student section to our left, they've been on their feet the whole game, and now some of the other fans joining them. It's a 6-0 Carolina run to counter the 7-0 Duke run. Balagoon with a huge three.
Pam, if you're on the road, you need your veteran players to make big shots, and that's what we've seen from Balagoon here this evening.
Balagoon and Usby, that's a good matchup on this end of the floor. Shot clock again, winding down. Paris, the freshman, top shot, and it goes in. Ivory hasn't been sitting down much during this game.
And neither have the fans anywhere in this facility.
Yeah, the student section, they have not sat down at all. Just what you hope for, especially in a rivalry like this. Paris just picked up her first foul for the Heels. Borisdale picks up her dribble. Borisdale looks good, just a little bit too strong as the shot clock expires. Now we see Alexandra Zelaya in the game for the first time, number 0 for North Carolina. Only played 7 players in the first half. Duke goes 10 deep. Usby fouled in lane. Nothing but net coming your way tonight and every Thursday night at 10 Eastern Time, as they will take a look at all the games that happen in the ACC. Kelly Kelsey Muffet, and we've got Lexi Brown in as well.
You may not see the effects in that first quarter. You may not get the turnovers or the miss or the stops on defense, but it does have a cumulative effect come fourth quarter. I gotta give Deja Kelly a little credit for the acting there on that one. But regardless, turnover Duke.
Now the pressure. Todd Williams going to wait for some help. North Carolina has hit 7 of its 8 shots in this quarter. They only hit 7 shots in the entire first half.
And I believe 5 of those were getting to the rim, so taking higher percentage looks as well.
Usby underneath, and she does it again. To get her the ball near the rim, and it's paid off here in the third quarter. Duke has missed its last 6 shots, falling behind by 6. Brown didn't even look to shoot, and look who did it. Usby, all the way.
And this is a credit to the defensive pressure by both these teams. How much the ball it's caught, then it's stuck, or it's a long pass. And defense is shooting the gaps for the turnovers.
Kelly draws the foul. The first point of the second half. She's 3 of 12 tonight. But can deliver at the free throw line, gets 1 out of 2. Barely a difference between the game and shot clock. Carolina on a 15-3 run after a 7-0 Duke run that gave them the lead. Five seconds to shoot. Day Wilson, Balagoon, baseline, good look, but it wouldn't fall. Usby with 12 points in that quarter.
Alyssa Usby did a little bit of everything for the Tar Heels. Non-big and showed up to play tonight.
And there you see the numbers for Usby. Was not feeling well today, had a mask on during shoot-around. It's a non-COVID illness. There's a Celeste Taylor foul, her third for the game. Made a concerted effort, it certainly looked like in the third quarter, to get her touches in the paint, and she delivered. Pam Ward and Christy Thomas-Gutty joining you from Carmichael in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, trying to hand Duke its first loss in the conference this season. Harris trying to get it.
You can't impede their lane, or I should say their direction.
What a play by Usby.
Alyssa Usby impacts a game in so many different ways. She's always got high, active hands defensively, and then the heads-up play to knock it off the opponent.
She's a terrific athlete. Was a great softball and soccer player in high school, and won a punt, pass, and kick competition at the North Carolina football game this year. Wow, what a great athlete, and it just plays very evenly. You don't see her get really too up or too down, just does all the hard work. Comes Paris, North Carolina trying to extend it back to a double-digit lead. Usby sets a mean screen on Taylor. Kelly, that's nice. There's a high percentage shot.
The last thing you want to do is put Duke at the free throw line.
Third foul on Usby. Tough shot for Richardson. Kelly, another drive to the basket. She's 3 of 4 tonight. Duke has won 11 straight games overall. 6-0 in the ACC, the only team not to have lost a conference game yet.
Well, now it's all about, for Duke, there is no 11-point shot. So just one possession at a time, get a good look. For Celeste, that's one of the best looks she's had this evening.
Former Georgia Bulldog.
And we were talking about during the break that if these players don't know what they're going to do with the ball before it hits their hands, it's too late. Both of these defenses are just so well connected in the half court that if they hold it, the passing lane or that shot opportunity is gone.
Usby hustles. Another board. Kelly driving. Balagoon, great job to cut her off. Usby had a terrific third quarter with 12 points. Gives it up, and the bucket.
Kennedy Todd Williams saw that and blew right by her.
There was a couple of Kennedys with Todd Williams winning that. Day Wilson fouled by Todd Williams. So you see they have a curtain of distraction when the opponent shoot a free throw. And we have a guy dressed in traditional colonial garb. Worked on the second shot by Day Wilson, and now Duke trying to claw their way back into this. Celeste Taylor still scoreless. Great elevation on that shot. Duke doing a good job in general hanging on until this fourth quarter, since a sloppy first quarter. Paris. Adams can't corral it. 11 seconds left to shoot. Day Wilson gonna inbound.
Interesting lineup for Duke right now out of that timeout.
Oliver. Sorry, Dave Wilson clinging on to this 5-point advantage.
You're Deja Kelly, you don't need to try to do too much. Read what the defense gives you. And gives you a 15-footer to knock down.
Day Wilson draws another foul. Much better trip as Cheyenne Day Wilson has just gotten her 18th point, a new season high for her. The previous was 17, and their only loss, that was to UConn in Portland in November. Inside 2 minutes. Kelly, Usby, Todd Williams. Day Wilson missing the three, but she was fouled by Todd Williams and will head right back to the free throw line. Make it 10. Duke's last and only loss, November 25th against UConn. It's been almost 2 months since they've lost a game.
And substitution by Courtney Bainhart a couple possessions ago to get the veteran Eva Hodgson on the court here during clutch time.
Hodgson has not scored for Carolina. Usby again! Feasting on that baseline here in the second half. Celeste Taylor gives it over to Brown. Nope. Follow. Good on the foul. Todd Williams fouling out with 13 points and 5 rebounds.
3 offensive rebounds for Reagan Richardson in the game. None bigger than that last one.
Paris, the freshman, inbounds it to Kelly. Who quickly gets it past the midcourt line. To Jesus on defense. Duke needs a stop.
Yeah, they don't need a foul now. They need to play this out and get a stop.
Kelly all the way to the bucket and gets it! What a second half for Deja Kelly and the Heels. Doing a great job as Carolina's 38 seconds away from sending Duke to its first loss in the league this season and only second loss overall. The other one was to UConn. Taylor, first points of the night. Duke was actually Coach Lawson's second choice. So the hardest call she ever had to make was to call Gestencourse and say, I'm not going. Went to Tennessee. And now she's back at Duke. Full circle moment. Duke hasn't fouled yet. Now they do.
Thought she blew up a number of the plays where Duke was trying to get downhill today.
Goes 1 out of 2. ACC this year, man. No dominant team that we've been used to seeing. Dave Wilson just chucked one up, and it went in to slice the lead in half. Hodgson fouled with 22 and a half seconds left. Big free throws for Hodgson.
I was going to say, guess who's on the call for that game time?
Big for Hodgson to make it a 2-possession game. Here's Day Wilson running off. Guarded by Hodgson. Taylor.
Around.
Yeah, they need a shot. Wasted a lot of time. And then over the back, Adams. Kennedy Brown's first points of the night. Delivers. And now the pressure. Kelly fouled almost immediately. Duke is out of timeouts. Kelly might have just put it out of reach. .24 now for Day Wilson. Hodgson, full speed ahead, fouled it by Taylor at midcourt. Carolina has won 52, about to go to 53 wins to 51 losses against Duke, and the Blue Devils go down for only the second time this season, and they are no longer unbeaten in the ACC.
Hats off to these fans and to both these teams. It wasn't a perfect game by